Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Locked In Wrestling is back, baby. Only Friends is back. Mommy
And
made
I've
me
already
some.
lost.
You just teleported, dude. You were laying down and then you were standing up. That was fucking weird. That was weird. That was terrifyingly weird. You want a chicken nugget? Fresh out of the air fryer.
Actually, I just had
Little
some
extra
chicken.
crispy. Little extra crispy. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a surprise
Hold on.
for you.
Before we give that surprise.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on.
Kind of crunchy.
Hold on. Look. This isn't sponsored, but if it could be. Cane's,
Ra-
sponsor
ra-
us.
Raising Cane's chicken tenders.
Best goddamn chicken you can ever find. Sponsor us.
Okay, are we ready for the surprise?
Your lemonade and iced tea is fantastic.
You guys ready for the surprise?
Sure.
Okay. In a 3, in a 2, in a 1. Ladies and gentlemen, making his return to Locked In Wrestling, my boy Steve.
Steve, I think you're having way too much fun. Aren't you ready to go home yet?
Yeah. I miss my fans at home. I'm ready to go home.
All right, let's go.
That sounds good.
My boy Steve JK, welcome back, Arkham Prince.
Hi. Hello. Hi. I'm on TV.
He's on TV. It is official. The Prince is back. Okay. How you been, bro?
I've been good. I've been chilling. I've been living it up. Living la vida loca. Este loco taco. Taco, taco, taco. Ole.
How's Mexico been treating you? And why
Mexico's. Hey, listen, let me tell you, I came out here for two things: to drink margaritas and bang some senoritas. And I'm doing ole style. Ooh, ooh. I had way too much caffeine in me, so.
Prince hasn't been joining us, but I've been keeping tabs on him. Prince has been walking down to his local Dunkin' Donuts about 3 to 4 times a day. And what's your order?
A large ice, 7 sugar, 4 cream.
There you go. Go get your Prince's order down at your local Dunkin' Donuts. But ladies
and sometimes before we get going, sometimes I usually get a bacon, egg, and cheese on English muffin. Get that with your large ice, 7 sugar, 4 cream today, yeah, buddy. Ooh.
CJ is frozen.
Yeah, he's frozen. He's at Raising Cane's. We're talking about ducking it. He comes back with Raising Cane's.
And I just got some chicken nuggies. Living it up with Dirty Tom over here. Okay, but boys, on to the topic of this channel, the main thing on this channel, wrestling. What you guys been thinking about what's going on in the world of professional wrestling?
I've been enjoying this whole Seth Rollins team up with Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman. I think it definitely shows shades of evolution. Seth Rollins being in the mindset of Triple H, Braun Breaker being in the mindset of Batista. Maybe Bronson Reed. I don't know. I feel like if I'm gonna take these big names and compare them to the past, I don't know how I feel about exactly like what role would Bronson Reed fit in the most?
It's just the Steiner.
I don't know what's going on over there.
I have no idea.
It's the Samoan Steiner.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is not an advertisement by Locked In Wrestling.
The two
But
Steiners
T-Mobile,
and Seth Rollins.
T-Mobile sucks ass. We don't like T-Mobile.
Yeah, I don't really care for T-Mobile.
Your
Uh oh,
internet,
he went bye-bye.
his internet sucks. We apologize for the technical difficulties we're having here.
Yeah. Well, that CJ's having. We're fine. CJ's messing up really bad. It's not a good look.
All right.
All right. Not a good look. Nope. Yeah, he went bye-bye again. Damn it, CJ. Be professional. Get better Wi-Fi. Do it.
Anyways,
Yes. So, in your opinion, where does Bronson Reed fit in if we're comparing them to Evolution? Actually, no, wait. Oh, wait, this is crazy too, because when you think about it, we also got Paul Heyman in this situation. So, this to me does say Evolution 2.0, but like I said, I don't know where I would put Bronson on that list. Because, like I said, to me, Seth Rollins is Triple H. Braun Breaker to me is Batista. We need one more to fill that. We need one more to fill that spot for Randy Orton, whoever that may be, whether it's someone from NXT or someone that's already on the main roster. Maybe it's someone from SmackDown. Maybe it's someone from Monday Night Raw, or maybe it is a top staff coming from NXT that's getting ready for a call up. And the thing is, when we talk about this situation, because we've had this topic multiple times ever since Seth came out with all these names, right? We've two names we've mentioned that I would like to see. One, you would like to see the other. Ricky Saints I picked, and you picked Ethan Page, which in their careers right now, it makes more sense for it to be Ethan Page. Me personally, I'm just a big fan of Ricky Saints and what he's able to do in the ring.
a lot better.
I can't mute or turn off my tab. There we go. As soon as I start talking, it just starts going.
There we go. The way I look at things is Paul Heyman is your Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is your Triple H.
You know,
Braun Breaker is your Randy Orton. And Bronson Reed is your Batista. Go ahead, CJ.
I hate
I
this
think he's
shit.
having. I thought he was mad at me, but he's having technical difficulties.
No.
He's having a
So,
personal problem.
hold on. I don't think.
Do you need me to call T-Mobile support for you right now?
He needs more than that.
Yeah, let me call T-Mobile for you.
I feel like he's having a real bad day right now.
Mobile, the uncarrier sales line. Para español, marque asterisco. As part of this call and subsequent interactions from this call, T-Mobile may collect information about you to provide the best service possible. To learn more, go to T-Mobile.com/privacy. To become a new T-Mobile customer, say new. If you've already placed an order and want to check the status, say order status. If you're a current T-Mobile customer, please say my account.
Your Wi-Fi fucking sucks.
If you're calling to become a new T-Mobile...
I'm not going to go through that.
Oh my god, we're trying to.
We're trying to do
this is my
episode.
first.
This is your first episode back. No, the thing is we're really trying here, but it's CJ's Wi-Fi.
Well, me and you could. Oh my god, Jesus.
Okay, we'll carry the show out from here. CJ tries to go through. Anyways, yeah, that's my thought. Is Ric Flair is the Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker is Randy Orton, Batista is Braun Breaker, and Seth Rollins, of course, is Triple H.
So, do we see another person getting added, or do you feel that it's the way it is really great with Paul Heyman being the manager? What's your take on this?
I mean, if they want to add someone else, sure. I mean, I think they barely touched the surface with what they could do with just the four of them, with Paul Heyman as manager and the three of them. I'm calling it now, and I've told you in personal phones and prediction here: Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are going to win those World Tag Team titles.
And I'll add this to that topic. This is going to be one of the greatest and best of the worst decisions in the sense of once these two become tag team champions, I don't care how it is written. You got two of the biggest dominant forces currently on the roster, right? You see them in singles competition. You see them getting teamed up and all that and just causing mayhem. You see all this. And when you see these guys just as a tag team, that should strike fear into the hearts and minds of every single fan and of every single star on that roster. Because once these two start going for tag team gold, the tag team division, in my mind, is dead and gone because this team is going to dominate everything that tag team division has to offer, and it's going to make the tag team division even bigger and better.
So we all know the World Tag Team division, the Raw Tag Team division sucks. Those tag titles have been in a very bad spot over the last year or so. And I believe putting the titles on Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, putting them more in a main event level thing is going to raise those titles back up to where they need to be. Judgment Day won the titles back last Monday on Raw, and I was excited. And that's saying a lot. When Judgment Day had those titles before, they did nothing with them. So New Day was somehow worse with them.
Yeah, honestly, I love watching wrestling just like you, but I'll tell you this whole tag team division shit is just a little ridiculous. It's a joke. There's no meaning to anything really.
There isn't.
All the when you really look at it, all the real meaningful stuff, right, is in the top top singles division.
This thing is fuck T-Mobile.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, everybody, but the camera's just going to have to stay the fuck off.
Okay.
That's fine. Let's just continue the conversation.
So what's the conversation?
Conversation is still Seth and Bronson and Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman right now.
Oh, well, I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Oh, I don't think. I think we're comparing them to the wrong people. Actually, I don't think we should be comparing them at all. See, I think yes, definitely. Look, comparing Seth Rollins to Triple H is 100% like accurate. If anybody argues with you, then they're stupid. The other two, I don't think you can compare them to either.
I feel like Braun Breaker would be a very good comparison if we're sticking with these as the past, right? Like for Evolution in particular, I think Braun Breaker fits the mold of a young Randy Orton, just more devastating, more dominant. When you see his spin, you see how powerful he is, and you see the destruction of the hit. That's his RKO. That's like
Mhm.
boom out of nowhere. You hit it, you don't know what the hell just happened.
Something I brought
Uh,
up. Something I brought up, CJ. That I don't know if you've heard me say this. I have a bold prediction now that I think Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are going to win those World Tag Team titles. And I think that's what the World Tag Team division needs on Raw. I think they win those titles. It's only going to elevate that division and push that division to new lengths. And Prince, I told you this. The other day. I said, who did I tell you was going to beat them for those titles? I gave you a whole storyline at WrestleMania next year. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker have the World Tag Team titles. Who dethrones them
mhm.
for WrestleMania? Do you remember?
Oh my God,
Do you remember that whole storyline I wrote out for you?
I remember, but I forget the team that you said. Oh yeah, wasn't it Penta and Ray Phoenix?
Yep. So
Yep.
they're feuding. They're currently feuding with Penta right now. They say Penta gets sidelined. They take out Penta, and then he comes back later on, like late fall, early next year, and kind of still feuding with them. And then his brother comes back. They form the Lucha Brothers, and then they go after Bronson and Braun Breaker next year and take the titles from them.
Yeah, I'd like to see that because
Hire me,
when you
hire me, hire us, hire Locked In Wrestling.
we're true wrestling fans.
Don't hire me. I
We're only
already.
friends.
Imagine we were to actually get hired by WWE.
Don't hire me. I'm trying to help out the other side.
Hey, don't worry about the other side. Come over here. We got cake, chocolate too.
Yeah,
I
but
would
I get
be.
Chocolate fudge, actually.
Let's go through this. If we were on, and this is no disrespect to you guys, but Prince and CJ have told me many times that I should be a WWE writer because of the way I do things. So of course I would have that role with Triple H and the gang in the office. Prince's role would be bring the coffee to everyone. He'd be the coffee and espresso guy. He would be running at it.
I, I'm
And then
the hype man.
and then
No, 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 no. I'm the hype man. Are you shitting me?
and then
I'm
CJ
the
has to,
entertainment. All
then
right,
CJ
whatever.
has to,
Ignore that.
yeah. Ignore that. Ignore
Yeah,
that.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Shout out to our boy Tama Tonga. Tonga Loa is now back. We'll get into that later. My goat. Tonga Loa, Bacha Loa. CJ's job would be just to take all the information and leak it to the other sources.
Yep.
You can't see it right now, but CJ's flipping Kyle off.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
See? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah,
I'm
wah,
back.
wah, 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 wah.
What do you guys want to talk about now?
Like I said, man, I'm trying to write for the other side.
See you on the other side then.
Give me a
Come
pen
on.
and paper. I'll book massive storylines.
Let's talk about this. Just got a really interesting text message. Don't know what that's about. But anyways, speaking of the other side, this weekend is a crazy stacked Jesus weekend of professional wrestling. So Friday night SmackDown, of course, and then Saturday we have Great American Bash. I feel like I forget. Yeah, Great American Bash, and then that's going to tie into All In, and then at the very end of All In, Saturday night's main event's going to start.
At
And
the
then,
very end of All In?
yeah, at the very end of All In is when Saturday night's main event's going to
All
start.
In
Yeah,
starts at
WW.
6, dude.
What? All In starts at 2.
What?
All In starts at 2 because they didn't want to compete with the other side.
They didn't want to compete with Goldberg, even though their
No, they
main
suck.
event, even though their main event is like 10 times better than this Goldberg
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
What's their main event?
Moxley versus Hangman Texas Death Match.
Hey, I have a prediction for that match. That's going to be bullshit.
Prince was like, huh, okay.
I have a prediction for that match. That match is literally going to be Roman Cody WrestleMania 40 Bloodline Rules. I'm calling it right now. That's how that match is going to be.
Which one?
Hangman and Moxley. That match is literally going to be Bloodline Rules at WrestleMania 40.
But that's going to be so much more violent. Oh, it's going to be beautiful.
No, it literally starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central.
Uh-huh.
And the zero hour pre-show starts at 12 p.m., 1 p.m. Eastern for All In. And then we have NXT Great American Bash. That starts at what time does this start? This starts at this starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 Central. WWE is really pulling out all the guns.
Dude.
And then Saturday night's main event starts at 7, I think.
I thought it was 8 o'clock.
If it's 7,
my times.
If it's 7, they're definitely trying to run against the main event. I was gonna say, as soon as they announced what?
I said that Texas death match really does sound way better than Goldberg and Gunther, title or not.
That's what I said.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Oh, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central for Saturday night's main event. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Yeah, All In definitely does call my attention, but we didn't talk about this. Out of everything that's going on this weekend, the one thing that really does call my attention, Evolution. Evolution is a mystery. Sunday. So, not only do we have 1 Great American Bash, 2 All In, 3 Saturday night's main event, 4 Evolution. We have 4 premium live events all happening in like a span of like 2 days.
Well, 3 premium live events and 1 pay-per-view.
Yeah, because they still go by pay-per-view. Same things. I consider it the same thing. I'm excited for Evolution. Very excited.
There's not enough build to it yet.
This is what happens. This is what happens. when WWE stacks pay-per-views on top of each other. Sorry, premium live events. Still called pay-per-views or whatever. I don't fucking know. This is how many matches are on the match card for Evolution. Why is Prince muted? Did you mute yourself? Oh, you muted yourself. Yeah, he muted himself.
He thinks he's muted. No, he knows he's muted.
He's just being stupid. He's being Prince.
He's being an asshole. He said, no, I'm not being an asshole. Fuck you.
Several matches on Evolution I'm looking forward to.
Hey, you know what? You know what match I'm looking forward to, big boy? Huh? Oh, fuck.
Very sexy.
There's one match that I'm really looking forward to this weekend, and is the Young Bucks versus Swerve and Ospreay. It piques nobody's interest, but it piques mine.
It definitely doesn't pique my interest. I'm sorry. Just because it's nothing wrong with those names. It just, I don't know. I don't know anything about the going into the match.
Kenny Omega
don't know the build. I haven't really seen.
Now that match definitely piques my interest.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they're combining belts, Prince. They're getting.
If the Young Bucks lose, they will be stripped of their their EVP titles. Okay. Yeah. Beat their fucking asses.
Yeah, please. I can't stand the Young Ducks. The Young Fucks. The Young Bucks. Jesus Christ, get it right.
Very much a fan of the Young Bucks.
No, they fucking suck, bro. They're overrated, washed up version of Matt and Jeff Hardy.
Even though I'm not caught up to, up to date with AEW stuff, this match card does look fire. You got Tony Storm, Mercedes Moné, John Moxley, Hangman, Adam
The
Page,
timeless one. I love me Tony Storm.
Okada and Omega. A men's and women's Casino Gauntlet match. And Swerve, Will Ospreay against the Young Bucks. Adam Cole versus Kyle Fletcher. And then
that's going to be nice.
Hurt Syndicate versus Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey against Christian Cage and Nick Wayne. Yeah, this match card definitely is way better than at least than Saturday night's main event.
That's surprising coming from you two.
It is.
Okay. If there is anything from Saturday night's main event that does intrigue me, it's Seth and LA Knight. That's the only thing that intrigues me.
Fair enough, yeah.
Only thing on the match
last week.
Only thing that intrigues me, because I feel like this is where LA Knight's gonna get his big win. LA Knight's gonna beat Seth.
You know what? I'll go as far as saying I'd be more than happy to sit down and watch this AEW pay-per-view. All bullshit aside.
See, my problem with AEW pay-per-views is paying the $50 to watch it. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to log on to my computer and try to watch it off some free site, because then you're going to catch viruses and all that shit. And to me,
everybody go on Baked.live. It's a free site that doesn't get viruses.
I don't know. To me, that's just extra. I want to just be able to turn on my Peacock, turn on my HBO Max, turn on my Netflix, turn on my Disney Plus, turn on whatever, and just have it be right there.
I was watching old stuff earlier today.
If AEW had a subscription service for their pay-per-views $10 or something a month, I would pay for it. I
But
would be
see-
more into it.
The only reason they don't do that is because they only have four pay-per-views a year.
They have a
Like,
little bit.
Yeah, but they also got what, like 4 years of history that they could go back.
All out, Double or Nothing, All In,
They've had a little bit.
Revolution.
They've had more than. They've had more than that. They've had more AEW. Do they have as many as WWE? No,
Oh,
absolutely.
No.
Full Gear. So they have 5. They have 5. All In, Double or Nothing, Full Gear, Revolution, and All Out. So 5. They have 5 pay-per-views a year.
So they had Revolution, Dynasty,
Oh, I forgot about Dynasty.
Double or Nothing.
So 6. So they have 6 pay-per-views out of 12 months.
All In, All Out, Forbidden Door. And then
Oh,
what's the one they do in like December? Wrestle Dream or something? There's a
Yeah, they got a Wrestle Dream pay-per-view.
there's a pay-per-view they do in like December.
Yeah, isn't it Wrestle Dream?
World's End. Oh, World's End, that's what it is. Full Gear.
Then
Oh,
who's
so they have,
doing
like-
who's doing something?
It's
Go
like
ahead.
8.
Oh, they don't have as many as WWE, but my thing is, I feel like they could become more mainstream, and they'd get way more views if they were to put something on a subscription service. Okay, so they already have stuff on Max, right? Even if they were to say just to, you're already paying the subscription for Max, right? You pay the $15 or something a month. Even if, say, they were to do, like, say, charge maybe $10 just for the event, that's way better than charging $60 or $50. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just give us something. Like, I don't know. Just paying $50, $60 for a show is wild to me in 2020.
Especially, yeah. Dude, once WWE made the jump to streaming platforms, I was excited because then I was able to really watch the pay-per-views because I was not paying $50 every pay-per-view.
And I've said this
I don't
countless
care
times.
how great the show was.
I've
was
said this
every
countless
month.
times. I've said this to you guys countless times. As soon as the day comes when WWE, if they were to ever go back to the pay-per-view platform, which I don't think they ever would because they're so mainstream now, is the day I'm not going to be getting every single pay-per-view. I'm not.
Can
The
I?
pay-per-views I'd probably get is maybe WrestleMania and the Rumble, maybe Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
That's
Can
probably
I
it.
shoot?
Yeah, go ahead, shoot.
So,
I gotta go plug this computer in, so go ahead and shoot, but I'm listening.
all right. So, me and my friend were talking about this earlier, and I 100% agreed with him. And I thought about this a lot, and I didn't want to like completely stop it, but like I'm not interested in the WWE product anymore. Like it's just a lot of it's kind of gotten stale to me. It's like, and it's not. It's also because number one, ticket prices have gone up tremendously. You know,
Mhm.
they're very unaffordable. Like it's the storylines have definitely dwindled in the past year and a half. Like after the Bloodline storyline ended, after Cody and Roman, after like it's just they have all these big stars, but they have all these good people, but they're I feel
They're
like
not
they're not
using them to their full potential.
I feel like they're not capitalizing like they should be.
They're definitely not capitalizing on carrying Cross for one. That's one guy that's highly underrated that has proven to be one of the best when he's in front of that camera or when he's in that ring.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the match that he had with Sami Zayn, bro. Come on. If that match wasn't awesome, I don't know what was. Karrion Kross deserves a lot of spotlight because he's proven time and time again how serious of a player he really is and how much of an underrated talent he is in the company. And it's sad seeing that. Like this guy got charisma. He's got the balls to say what he wants. He does what he wants. He's got a point to prove, and he brings it out. You know, he brings his A game 100%, and it really is criminal thing to be that damn good and not have the TV time that you actually deserve. He's one guy I could see in WWE where it's like, all right, you guys need to do better. You know what I
That's
mean?
not
Even
honestly. I get what you're saying, but it's not just that. It's not them pushing the
that's one of the
stars.
things for me. That's one of the things
Oh,
for
fair
me
enough.
is Cross. Cross is my main focus because what he's been able to do, and like I said, again, that match that he had with Sami Zayn was amazing, man. Like
Awesome.
and
Yeah.
and and it just bullshit that shit like this ain't being used, not
Yeah.
to its
And
full potential.
hmm
And look what Sammy did for the match. Look what Sammy and Cross did together. Forget the match. Look at everything that's been going on for weeks between them two, for months, bro. It's been awesome. It really has been great stuff
but there's barely
because
any progression except Cross attacking him. Like there's no
and Cross
progression
losing.
whatsoever. There's no
And
promos
this
between Sammy and Carrie, and there's
So
no. It's just carrying Cross shitting on the company because he's not. They're not giving him the spot he deserves, and
so
that's
and
not what
he's
I
in the
think you
right for
should
doing
do.
this.
so one
He's
of
in the
my
right for that because he's like he said on the podcast, he's been a good soldier. Oh, what do you got to do to get up in this business? Be a good soldier. Every time I do that, I'm cut down. Damn fucking right. He's got every single reason to want to do that, but he ain't gonna be one of those motherfuckers that gets up and leaves the company. He's gonna stay there to continue pushing, putting in work. He's allowed to bitch him on because he's still putting in the fucking work no matter what WWE gives him.
so one thing I'm gonna bring up here, and this is going to the Sami Zayn Karrion Cross situation. Um, I would feel like if Karrion Cross was truly buried, they wouldn't have had him do what he did on Raw. But I have my
Hmm.
takes on it, and I shared this already with you, Prince. Um, I don't know what Triple H's obsession is with nerfing baby faces. Oh, my ribs. Oh, I can't
I
compete.
don't think it's
Oh,
him.
Cody, Cody. No. This has been going on before TKO. This is a Triple H. I just don't think Triple H knows how to book a good baby face because his thing with Brock Lesnar.
You're muted,
Oh,
bud.
I'm muted.
Oh, you're not
No, you
muted.
know,
It's just we
I
can't hear you. Oh,
Can you hear me?
now I
I hear
can.
you.
Okay. Remember how Brock always attacked Cody, and Cody always had his ribs taped up.
Hmm
Hmm.
That was, and then Seth always had his ribs taped up with Nakamura,
hmm
and it's just been a Cody had it again with his feud with Roman, I think a couple times, and now Karrion Cross attacks Sammy, and then Sammy's like, "Oh, I'm all good for this match." That honestly just makes Karrion look like a bitch because it makes it look like he did nothing to him.
Right.
Which honestly, if Karrion attacked him, that means Sammy should. When I watched, I'm like, oh shit, Sammy's gonna get taken out of this match. And the fan inside me is, oh, is Ray Phoenix gonna step up and be Penta's partner? But no, Sammy's like, oh, I'm just all good to go. And Sammy, the healthy competitor. I mean the guy that was injured was in the match more than Penta.
Yeah.
Made no sense.
Makes no fucking sense whatsoever. And then you have Cross. which, like I said, basically just makes him look bitch made because
My
he hit it with the pipe and he didn't do it. It didn't do anything.
my problem,
And
my shoot had nothing to deal with any of that, but um, I just think WWE became too much of a kingpin. Let's just say that WWE is the kingpin right now. They're at the top. Then it's AEW. Then it's TNA. Then it's the rest. You know what I mean?
yeah, no,
Mhm.
I mean,
And
Fatu.
I think unfortunately something needs, because WWE shouldn't be a kingpin. They should be another company.
yeah.
Like AEW is just another company. TNA is another company. WWE is trying to act as a kingpin, and that's what I don't like about.
See, like I completely get and I completely respect your feelings. Of course, like you're kind of falling out of it. Of course, like you're gonna say you're still gonna keep up to date with the stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep up to date with stuff. I feel bad doing the podcast, not knowing anything that's going on, but like it's just like I have no interest, and
Let,
also because the
It,
prices are just
let,
fucking awful.
let me ask you this: like, are you still gonna like watch SummerSlam?
I was gonna go to SummerSlam,
Yeah, yeah,
but guess what? Tickets are over $500 for fucking nosebleeds. You
yeah.
know, like who wants to spend $500 on nosebleeds?
no, I'm good with that.
Exactly.
Really, $500? Oh,
Like Prince, I could probably if I looked back at the price in 2015, I could probably get a close front row seat for Royal Rumble for under $1,000.
tickets are $500 for nosebleeds. You can get a ticket here for $87. Cheapest ticket you can get for SummerSlam is $87.
What's the most expensive?
The most expensive? I mean, that's you're going to be looking front row. Front row, you're looking at $5,307 up close. But
So
for
like,
all, but for an all the way up nosebleed, I mean, if you want a better one, that's like 105. I'm not seeing anything for 500 though.
well, yeah. I mean, I think I'd spend a couple $100 on a good seat.
I mean, to be honest, these are kind of like more like lower section. The tickets are for like lower section that's 500. A little closer to the ring. Actually, I'm surprised. And floor seating all the way back here,
Is
floor
that
seating. So the rings right here, like all the way back here, floor seating, 400.
is it verified
Okay.
resale?
Nope, these are actual.
Oh,
This is on
is that
Ticketmaster.
1 day or 2 day tickets?
This is one day.
Ah, see, there's the kicker.
Yeah, but still, that still ain't bad though. See, I'd
Even
pay the 500 for a ticket, even if it is just a one night thing for me. Yeah, that's fine. Then watch the night two at home. Just go for one show. There you go. Have your experience, then go home and watch
well,
the rest of it.
well, that's what okay. That's why you're paying $500. I didn't know that's why because you're paying for two shows. I get that. You're paying for 2 shows.
No.
Also, hold
I'd
on.
under,
So $500 gets me both seats on the 2 night show.
Yes, correct.
Oh yeah, I definitely do that. Hell yeah.
I'd pay $500 for both shows, which means it's like $250 a ticket for one night and the other night.
I'd still pay the 500 even if it was just for that one night. Because, dude,
If
how
it
many
was
times in one year
WrestleMania,
do you
I'd
get
do
to?
it.
But let's be real. How many of us can say we're able to go to a pay-per-view whenever we want and say, now I'll go to the next one? We don't really get to do that much, right? Right? So
Yeah.
why not just say fuck it and just take that one, and then later on you might be able to go to another one or whatever. It's memories, man. It's friggin' awesome. Even if you're only going to the first part of the show, and then you got to watch the rest of it on TV. It's not that big of a deal. There's experiences there to be made. You get to see what you love live and in person. One night or 2 nights, whatever. It is what it is. It's fucking awesome, bro. This is professional wrestling at its finest. No matter how we feel about the product, this is something that we've all grown up to love and cherish. So just one night is fine with me. I would spend that money in a fucking heartbeat.
Like, I wouldn't pay nosebleeds, honestly, for like a Raw or SmackDown. But if it comes
No.
to like a pay-per-view, just because I've never been to a premium live event or pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it, just because I've never been to that, I would pay money for that. But no, I do agree. Ticket sales are just outrageous. But honestly, looking at that, that's not terrible.
That's doable.
That's
Look
not
at
terrible.
look at front row seating for an AEW show.
I know. No, I know that. I was telling Prince that. Already.
Yeah, we were looking at the numbers. Very impressive.
For like a VIP ticket, I think it's like $500, and then if you're going to get VIP for WWE, you're looking at like $1K or even $2K.
And if it's on day, Prince, if it's on day and you wait to get your ticket, and if they have a front row left, guess how much you must pay?
How much?
Probably not even $200. Not even. Probably not even $150.
What's that with AEW?
Yeah, AEW front row on the day.
That actually ain't bad.
Dude, you probably paying $120 for front row on the day.
Yeah, I would definitely do that too.
I mean,
So I would
depending on
love.
the
I wouldn't
area,
mind going to another AEW show, honestly.
dude, they're coming to Philly for 3 weeks in a row.
Dude, I may shit on AEW, but I do that. Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys and everybody else, I shit on AEW because I see how ridiculous some of the fans get. Just like they see how some of us get when they shit on WWE. Me, I don't give two fucks. I say what I want. I just like to talk shit because it gets people wild up. I think it's funny. But at the end of the day, I'm just a wrestling fan. Wrestling is wrestling. It is what it is. I'm just more of a fan of WWE because it's what I've grown up to know. AEW, I wouldn't mind sitting down and watching every now and then. Would I look for it? No, but if it comes across my screen, fuck yeah, I'll sit down and watch it.
See, I'm just very. So they've yet to come to Chicago for John Cena's farewell tour. I'm just very intrigued to see what the prices are going to be. That would be outrageous. But the kicker here is it's John Cena's farewell tour, so I'm going to go no matter what.
Dude, if they come to Boston,
And then
I'm definitely gonna make it a point to go.
And then it's going to be me pumping out $50, $70 just to get all the John Cena Chicago gear.
Yeah.
Gotta get the hat, gotta get the t-shirt, gotta get the wristbands. I
Gotta get the jorts.
think I'll even get the socks, and then I'll get the towel.
You got to get the jorts.
Where's CJ go?
CJ left. He fly away.
I like how we've been all off topic and we haven't even got to Saturday night's main event or Evolution at all. And we're 15 minutes in. We're not probably going to get to predictions, guys, but very quickly we'll go down the match card for Evolution and Saturday night's main event and go through what we're more excited for. This match right here is what calls my name a lot for Evolution. We got Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria, and Bayley for the Women's Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. Prince, thoughts on this?
Well, honestly, so I'm torn between these because I love all three participants. Lyra's still got a very long way in the company, so either way, I could see her going up on top. Bayley and Becky, they have proven themselves time and time again why they are why they are where they should be on the roster. I think if anyone wins, I would pick maybe Bayley to take the title off Becky, and then we get a Bayley and Lyra feud.
I wait. Repeat that again. Who do you got winning?
I got Bayley witted just to create a feud between her and Lyra.
Interesting. Okay. See, I got. Hear me out on this one. I got Becky Lynch retaining, and then maybe Lyra and Bayley still continue their feud. And Becky Lynch's SummerSlam match. Hear this out. Becky Lynch goes into SummerSlam to defend her women's IC title against Stephanie Vaquer. Ooh. Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, I fuck with that. You already know who's gonna win that match, though, if that happens.
Yes, sir. Stephanie Vaquer.
Mm-hmm.
So
And you know what? What's interesting? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I got Becky Lynch retaining.
I don't know. I got what for this match right here, the triple threat.
For Evolution, I got Becky Lynch retaining, just so Becky can go in to defend the title against Stephanie at SummerSlam.
Okay, fair enough. My pick is Bayley, and that's gonna upset Lyra even more, and we're getting a feud between them two. What's the next match?
The next match on the card, well, one of the other matches is JC Jane and Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's title. I don't see Jordan Grace winning this because they've already set up the I always say Mariah May, but Blake Monroe going to take the title. So I don't really know who's going to win this. I don't see Jordan Grace winning it because she just literally drop it right away to Blake Monroe, because I think the end game is Blake Monroe is going to win that title.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really have too much to go on with when it comes to the women of NXT. Sadly, I'm not able to watch it. I do try and keep up with highlights, but
I've said this multiple times. You want to know what's funny? I don't watch NXT. I don't watch NXT a lot, and NXT is like one of the best shows they have.
I watch it through the pay-per-views, and let me tell you, every time I watch one of their pay-per-views, oh my God, it's better than most of the main roster stuff and more entertaining. Like those matches are just fantastic, man. NXT always has something to prove. And let me tell you, if man, it sucks knowing that how great of NXT really is, not being able to watch it. I try and stay up through highlights, but let me tell you, honestly, highlights ain't shit, really.
No,
You
they're
don't
not.
get the full experience. It robs you of the full experience. You know, you don't want to watch highlights. You want to watch the actual match. You want to watch the full show. You know, so if I can't watch the full show, I'd rather not watch highlights. I will if they come across my screen, but I won't look for them. I won't search up NXT. And it sucks too because what they got on the pay-per-views is friggin' awesome, man. It
Um,
just I'm not sticking through highlights for that company, for that brand.
yeah. We have Trish and Tiffany for the women's title,
I
which
got
I think that's gonna be a really interesting match. I
agreed. I definitely got Tiffany for the win on this one. It's
Tiffany,
gonna be great to have Trish back there to have like kind of, to me this is one of those passing of the torch moments in my
that's
opinion.
exactly what I was
That's what
gonna
it
say.
feels like.
This is exactly what I was gonna say. This is your passing the torch match. This is your passing the torch moment. Just flying through these really quick. Jade and Naomi.
I honestly, you know what?
I don't think
I
I've said
feel
this.
like Jade's gonna win this, honestly.
I I haven't said this on the podcast. I don't think, but I really just can't stand Jade Cargill over the
I'm
past
not
couple.
really. I was never sold on her
I
even
was never
before
sold on her.
WWE.
Was never sold on her. I can't. She's giving me Cody Rhodes 2023 vibes. When some people only want Roman and they're just pushing her to the moon.
Yeah,
And I really like what Naomi's doing right now. I really like Naomi's character. She's being a psychotic Miss Money in the Bank, and
I
I
just
I think a loss for her is really going to damage her character. I don't think she could take a
Jade's one of those when you're talking about Jade and Naomi, Jade is one of the few that can take a loss and still keep on kicking. When you give someone like Naomi the gimmick that she has, and then you make her lose like that, it's like, what's the point of her being in that mindset? What's the point of
yeah
her coming out doing all this every week? You know, raising hell just to fucking lose to someone that's not even. Listen, Jade Cargill, there's nothing entertaining, nothing impressive about her. She's one of those. She just got the body. She got the power. You know, that's it. She's
yeah
like you said, another Cody, but she's also. I please don't laugh at me when I say this, but the best comparison I could say is that she's Roman Reigns before Roman became tribal chief. Roman was just pure muscle for the group. To me, that's what Jade is pure muscle. She's a singles muscular badass woman with nothing special about her.
yeah
And Jade is gonna be. I feel like if I were in the shoes of creative for WWE, I would kind of give her something gimmick to that mindset. Like if you really want to push her, then give her something where it's like the fans are like, "Holy shit!" You know what I mean?
yeah
I I don't know how other fans feel towards Jade. I'm not sold on it. Never was. Not in AEW and not in WWE.
yeah. Of course. Um, Another match on the card. Uh, we have the Fatal Four Way women's tag titles. Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez are defending against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, and then two other teams we don't know of. I'm saying it right now. I don't even need to know those other two teams. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss are going to win the tag titles. They've been building
What?
those up. They've been building them up as a tag team. I hate to say it. And what does WWE love to do with these women tag teams? They like to take a main roster star, another main roster star, put them together, make them tag team champions. That's what they're gonna do.
As of right now, with not knowing too much going into this, I'm going with Roxanne Perez and Raquel.
I'm sorry. Roxanne Perez and Raquel aren't even your tag team champions. Roxanne didn't even win it. She just got handed the title. Here you go.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know, but dude, fuck it. After Liv got hurt, Raquel still retained the titles. So who the fuck gives a fuck about these tag titles, anyways? Nobody does. WWE don't even care.
What have I been saying about these women tag titles since I met you guys? Since I met you guys in 2022. By the way,
They've been
guys.
nothing.
By the way, guys, everyone watching, I've known this man for like 3 years now. Who would have known 3 years later after meeting him on TikTok, we'd have a podcast called Only Friends. Only Friends.
Only friends. Subscribe, bitches. Nobody, hold on real quick. Nobody gives two shits about these tag team titles. They're just there to exist for like you said, two top stars to be thrown together.
And who would have known he would have been in Mexico 3 years later?
Facts.
No, I've been saying that these tag titles should just go away. Just like how they did with the NXT women. They literally got rid of the NXT. NXT had their own women's tag team championships, and they got rid of them.
You know what? Yeah, fair enough. Get rid of those and keep the other titles. Because right now you're telling us that you don't give two fucks about this division. So why should any of us care for it?
Yeah.
And it sucks too because there's a lot of great women on the division. It just makeshift teams being thrown together.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, I don't know. This tag team division is worse than any other tag team division I've ever seen. And it sucks too because the tag team division is one of the most underrated ones. You know, it's fantastic. It's as great as what the cruiserweight division was. You know, it was awesome. You get to see two people actually work together and fucking become some of the greatest tag teams with some of the greatest tag teams of the past and even present.
Yeah.
We've talked about some of the best past and present tag teams, and now people are just getting thrown together. There's no thought out plan. It's just, oh, you guys are top stars, so let's put you two together. Big whoop. Like, get the fuck out of here. Charlotte and Alexa. Listen, Alexa, I can see in a tag team. Charlotte Flair, I don't know. That's just weird as hell.
Yeah.
Before we go, can we touch up on one thing that really aggravates me about WWE?
Sure.
We've talked about this multiple times, and I think this will make a great closing point.
Oh, really quick. I have a prediction. This woman's going to return to Evolution. Prince's favorite woman. Oh, you can't fucking see her. Oh. What the fuck?
I still can't see, bro.
There you can see her now.
Is that Paige?
Yeah. Paige. I didn't know this until the other day, but Paige apparently isn't signed with AEW anymore.
Really?
She's not with AEW. She left months ago. So,
Thank God.
I totally see her. I totally see her coming to Evolution. I do.
I hope so. That would be awesome.
You
I
want
would
to know?
love to have Paige back in WWE.
You want to know? What would be 10 times better. We get Paige and AJ Lee. Line it up.
Definitely. Hell yeah.
And then we have a battle royal. We don't even know the participants for it, but there's a battle royal for Evolution. and then we also have Io Sky and Rhea Ripley for the women's title. And this is criminal because this is Io Sky's first title defense since WrestleMania. And I just
And
have that feeling that Rhea Ripley's going to win the title because they haven't done anything with Io. What I know Io is good enough, but there isn't enough evidence for me to be like, yeah, Io is retaining. And there's been this whole story. There's been this whole story that Rhea's never been able to beat Io.
I don't know. I gotta give it to Io. I listen. You know how I feel about both of these women. I want to see Io go over.
Look, if I had to be the one writing this, Io would win, but I just have to go from a realistic perspective. I think Rhea's taking
It's Rhea Ripley. Yeah.
It's Rhea Ripley. And
I think the biggest and best upset would be for the fans is the thought of Rhea finally of taking that title off just for Io to come back and get the pinfall. I would love to see something like that.
yeah.
The suspense alone would be awesome.
Yeah, but what is WWE's favorite thing they like to tell? Oh, I've never been able to beat someone, and they finally do it. They finally get their big win. You had it with Cody.
I agree with everything you're saying. It just like I just want Io to win.
I want Io to win too, but I sadly have to look at the way WWE,
the realistic side of it.
Realistic side, yeah. I take Io in a heartbeat, but I gotta go Rhea. Really quick, and then we're gonna shut things off. Just very, very quick. We're gonna run through Saturday night's main events. We only have 2 matches announced. I don't even have to look at my phone. There's probably gonna be more added. This is being recorded on Monday, July 7th, before Monday Night Raw. So Seth and Penta, all these matches haven't happened yet tonight. We also have Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn tonight. Hell of a match. That's gonna be awesome. But there's gonna be more stuff added to Saturday night's main event. I know there is. But we have Goldberg and Gunther for the world title. Everyone's favorite match. Who do you got? Look in my eyes. What do you see?
You know,
personality.
Listen, obviously,
when it comes crashing down, hurts inside.
We already know who's going to win this match. Obviously, it's Gunther. But let's be real. This is a bullshit match. They took the title off of Jay after 51 lousy fucking days. Just for this stupid legend to come back and retire and pass the torch to the biggest beast that's currently here.
That's right,
like,
people.
It's stupid.
That's right, people. Prince hasn't been here live since this has happened. Prince hasn't been on the podcast. Prince was last year when Jey Uso was our reigning defending heavyweight champion of the world. Prince hasn't got to say his piece here on OnlyFriends about this. That's right.
It's an epic slap in the face to every single buddy that has stood behind Jey Uso throughout the process of him trying to get out there and get that world title. This man was way over, way before he became world champion. Once that world title hit his hands, he blew up even bigger than the World Trade Centers did. Okay, let me tell you, that was pure. That was a beautiful firework display right there. All this just to come crashing down because one single legend got butthurt. Because of one legend got butthurt months ago, and it took him months to grow a pair of balls and to face Gunther. And because of that, we had to put the title on Gunther. Just so we could say, oh, Goldberg versus Gunther for the world title. We already know Gunther's going to retain that title. Not a big fucking deal. But it's the fact that Jay got screwed over just for fucking Goldberg. Make that make sense. I thought we were talking about evolving, not de-evolving. Now we're going back to big dumb idiots that don't know how to put on a great fucking match that is nothing but he's got his feelings hurt, okay? He's calling his mommy, this man hurt my feelings. It's gonna take me a bit to get over it, but 6 months from now I'm gonna go there and say something and say my piece. You fucking little crybaby bitch, get over it and go home. Fucking bullshit. Goldberg meant something.
That's how I feel about Goldberg. When it comes stressing out. You know what this song is called?
What?
Eating the Ducks. Okay, realistically, fuck Goldberg, fuck Oldberg. Gunther's gonna squash that man in like 2 minutes. This is your perfect Goldberg match for Saturday night's main event. I got Gunther retaining. Can we move on from this? Because I don't like talking about that.
Yeah, please, can we move on? I'm good with this.
Okay, LA Knight, yeah! Against the Revolutionary, Seth frickin' Rollins. I got LA Knight taking the dub here because of CM Punk and the return of your tribal chief, the greatest of all time, Roman Reigns. Okay, I'm trying to end
Agreed.
this podcast. So
Yeah, I agree 100%.
next match, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre. I got the Viper, Randy Orton, for the dub because he hasn't won a main event match in a while. And, you know, who does Prince think is going to win the Royal Rumble?
Randy Orton.
Orton. and what does Prince think is in Colorado?
What?
Cancun.
No, I said that was in Florida.
But we were talking about Colorado when you brought it up.
Oh, okay, yeah, I did.
And then what did you... Okay, this is funny because I don't even remember, but you said something really stupid yesterday when I was driving. And then I just stopped. I'm like, what?
I don't even remember, bro.
I'll make sure to roast you on that next time. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for joining us on another episode of Only Friends. And ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. This is now officially our longest episode we've ever done. We have broken the record, finally. Our longest episode's like a minute, 1 hour and 2 minutes. Okay, Prince, what do you have to say to close it out?
You know what? It's been fun. It's been nice. Follow us. Subscribe to Locked In Wrestling. Until then, fuck your life. Bing bong. We're out. Yeah.
And don't forget to feed her ducks. We need to get a fucking fight. Bye, people. Stay safe, stay healthy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Fadu.